Oh, here I am. Alright, I'm slow to get everything ready here, but welcome to the stream. There we go. Okay. Apple, Exploding Corn, Spaceball, Randy, How Good Are Keyboards, John Bond, welcome. Okay, so we'll just get right to it. No packages today, as many of these days have been, but there should be packages, possibly a good many packages coming soon to start February. Alrighty. With that, I guess we'll just jump right into this. Let's fix that enter key on the Frog Mini. Well, let's test it again. I have a ton of news and notes based off of my last 48 hours. Spaceball thing for the 3-stream streak. Oh, shit. Man, I thought I couldn't get angrier than someone in the hobby with Noxery, but I just caught up on the Buddy OG lore. Oh, welcome. Welcome to this side of keyboards. Apple, thank you for that. Also, be sure to get your contributions in if you want to see me activate Windows. All right, so let's give this a test. No activate Windows. All right, cool. Bitter Seeds, welcome. All right. So let's test this. So I'm pressing it. And there are some presses that just don't seem to be quite as activating, I guess. But it's weird because it's also sometimes like, maybe I'll do it and after a little while it becomes easier. But I just hate coming back to it and then it doesn't work. Like, if I'm doing a monkey type test, it'll kind of like not work until I hit it like 2 or 3 times. And I'm not sure if that has to maybe do with the switch or with the PCB. I don't know, did you guys see that? So here I'm like plugging and unplugging. And then it's fine. So I'm a little confused by that. Makes me think it's the switch, but also makes me think I don't know, is it something else? Alright, so I'm on Synergy right now. Let's switch over directly into being plugged. You guys tell it and I'll read along. I know it because I'm involved in it. there is some involvement I have, and I could go over it, but I'm also at the same time trying to figure this thing out. So yeah, I don't know if this is a possible PCB issue. Now that made it look like it was a switch issue. But there's even more. There's actually a yeah. Anyways, all right. Let's crack this open. I'll also set up my my station here. And Thixius, welcome. Involved in what sense? Oh, you go and tell the story. You tell the story. I gotta work on this. Like, I don't know. Involvement is a strong word, I guess. Maybe involvement isn't the right word, but it's not something I'm 100% not in the timeline for, or you're sorry, on the sidelines for. I've explained some of this actually. We were working on, I think it was the first S60HG. I had a whole thing at the end of that stream, but let me just get this open. I want to I want to look through this because this has bothered me how this seems to just not be done. Okay, so there's nothing that seems to be like incredibly wrong with the enter key, so I think we should just get it desoldered. I didn't actually even take out the bottom case screws. All right, yeah, tons and tons of news and notes. We're also going to be working on the text Filco today, so that's going to be a whole desolder and resolder job, and then there's even some hiccups behind that as well. Okay. Whoa, shit, there's a fucking spider. Hey, buddy. Oh, I need like a little piece of paper or something. Well, I lost it. Oh, I see it. Hey, buddy. You want to get on this? Oh, okay. Alright, we lost the spider. Sorry, guys. Nuke him with the solder gun. Don't worry, I'll find you around 4 AM when you're asleep. True, true. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, John Bond's basically got it. So let's fuck, this is not plugged in. Koala, welcome. Okay, so John Bond says here, well, basically, Buddy OG / Unreal Keyboards is calling Ryan Norbauer a groomer for appearing on a podcast years ago that discussed his romantic life, is the gist of the drama. He posted a 30-minute YouTube video about how that is, but it's incoherent and makes no sense. Yeah, this is the second time he's nuked a server after a public meltdown. I heard his first meltdown was when he couldn't build the Heavy Grail. He is scared of the gays and thinks impressionable children consume Heavy Grail cases. I think he is actually mentally unwell. I mean, yeah, you guys are explaining it. I would say that there's maybe not a whole lot that I could really add to this, because this is a pretty good, succinct, I think, depiction of the situation in general, I would say. All right, let's get this desoldered. This is after he went off on dentist for making the hobby worse. Okay, so that just pulled right off. All right, and then multimeter's right here, so we can test this. I mean, I can describe to you my perspective on the situation, how it has impacted me, and I don't know, just my perspective, yeah. Yeah, there's definitely some strange spottiness to this. So I would call this, this is a bad one. Oh, shit, you guys can't see anything I'm doing. This one's not a very good switch, and so I think this is the one here that I would venture to say is worth replacing and putting this in the bad pile. See, now, like, it's working okay right now. But it's not, it doesn't seem reliable on presses. Okay, so we'll call that a bad. Meanwhile, the number of good switches, are these the good ones? Oh shit, these are the bads. Fuck. Okay, I don't know where my good ones are. Yeah, I pulled out the bag of bads. So I would venture to say that my bag of bad Blue Alps has grown, because I was doing a bunch more testing yesterday. And I was just like, I was moving switches from pile to pile, just because I was like, is this one good? Is this one bad? Is this one good? Is this one bad? And so I have this, these are just definitely bad. These are pretty bad. So I'm going to put this one in the pretty bad because it does register, but not really, you know, as much as I would like for it to. Let me go find the good pile. Okay, here we go. So this is now the pile of good ones, and these ones are like, I'm not 100% sure. These might be, these are leaning towards good, but they don't seem to be 100%. So if I just grab any one of these, this should hopefully be good, and we'll just punch this in now, and then hopefully this will fix all of our problems. Okay, this is already heated up, so I'm just going to use this as a solder gun, or a solder iron. Okay, and then now hopefully when I plug this in, this should work as I would expect it to. Okay, so now I've just plugged this in, and if I reset this, yeah, that works on first press. So I think it was the switch. I don't think there's any particular issue with the PCB. It did seem like a switch issue. Okay, so this should be good, and then I'll just reassemble this. I think this is clean enough that I can just put the now I'll put this aside because this is Randy's board. Who is this? The double Q. Thanks for the follow. Interesting correlation between unplugging at the first switch not working. It is weird, but it could have been just a coincidence every single one of those times. I don't know. I don't know yet. Okay, now let me clean this up, and then get all this out of the way, and then reassemble the board, and then we'll touch the Tex Philco stuff. All right, so I want to catch up on some of these messages because I know that there's a lot of fuck? It's not plugged in again. There's a lot of good conversation here, and I think it's a discussion worth having. I do. But I just want to do this. Okay. Zachary went off dentist making the hobby worse. There's a reason behind that, or literally infantile person. He was unhappy about the dentist EC parts. Sounds like he saw on the side of the mental fence who say, as the folks who say Taylor Swift is dating sports ball guy for money, as in his money. Fucking people are just losing their minds. Lead in the water or heavy drugs. It's the corona giving us all 5G brain cancer. Taylor Swift dating for money. 5G UC upgraded cancer. Damn it, I paid for it. This guy greatly struggles with false equivalence. Buddy is right, though. The Normal website made me gay. Get out of here, underage kid. Hopefully, I kind of hoping we get more ALPS PCBs in the future. Interesting correlation to, okay. We have 60s and TKL ALPS PCBs, but where are the 65s at? It's true. I guess there's the Lunar 2? One of the Lunar boards, I think, is a 65, isn't it? Okay. So, here's what I'll say. The latest situation with Buddy, I think, kind of started around early October. I guess kind of around the time that my internet started getting bad. I don't know. Coincidentally, maybe. So, Lunar 1 is 65? I see. Okay, so, I woke up to I'm going to tell the story again. Some of you guys have heard this already, but I think for those of you who are tuned in, I thank you and welcome you to the stream, and you'll hear it again. Coincidence? I think not. All right. So, in early October, I think it was a weekend. I believe it was a weekend. I woke up. And, I usually wake up on the weekend all groggy and stuff. And then the first thing I do, as many of us do, is I check my phone. And I see an everyone ping on my phone. And this was the sort of genesis of Buddy melting down this time. Right? And, all right, I'm going to flip this over, which is going to cause 6 screws to come out. So... I go through it, and I'm learning it as it's all happening. Kev, welcome. I'm learning about it as it's all happening, and a bunch of things end up happening in this. Not the least of which is 2 public announcements of him, sort of talking really negatively about all this the stuff he's discovered. A whole bunch of people kind of telling him that he's wrong, all this, whatever. So the thing is, I'm trying to figure out the right order to explain this. For some reason, for some strange reason, he seemed to have some kind of fixation on this notion that Norbauer, who is this? Fucking rich kid, thanks for the follow. He seemed to have some sort of fixation on this idea of Norbauer doesn't do interviews. I don't know why. I don't know what... I don't know. I don't understand what exactly was the point he was trying to make based off of this claim. But that's the claim he wanted to make. I don't know. I really don't. But apparently he came across an interview that was just about relationships. A podcast that was meant for relationships that he did an interview for. And where he ended up explaining, the nature of his relationship and where he, what his personal life is like. Buddy didn't seem to agree with it. Now, the strange thing is that, like, Buddy went on to ping everyone to sort of explain that, you know, what's the word? He went on to kind of ping everyone in his Discord, kind of trying to claim that Norbauer is something of a sexual deviant. And that it's like, you know, like it's like some kind of big, you know, crazy discovery. But the thing is, this podcast, this interview that Norbauer did, was recorded 2 years before Buddy pinged everybody. So it's like, apparently this wasn't news. I don't know. That's the first. I mean, well, I don't know if that's the first thing. Anyways, he went on to sort of just, you know, have his whole crazy thing in his Discord. Yeah, he claims Norbauer, as a keyboard influencer, knowingly went on a podcast to spread his pedophilic polyamory agenda. Yeah, so I think that's where John Bond has said, like, there's a kind of a lot of, you know, false equivalencies, you know, here, because, oh my goodness. Metageek with a big raid! Welcome. Real Deviant uses 40%. Metageek, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Thank you for the raid. What are you up to? What are you up to tonight? I wasn't even sure I was going to stream tonight because my internet seems to get really bad when the weather is bad. So it was kind of spotty earlier, but, you know, here I am. I'm here now. Shiloh Cutis, welcome. Built a drop enter that I mil-maxed and checked out XDA canvas keycaps. Right on. Nice. How was it? Was it great or was it fantastic? Alright, let's try this out now. Should be good. Still a little type test. Oh, I forgot it. I didn't put the feet on. What did I do with the feet? What the... It's actually a pretty great board after I got some plate foam and polyfill in it. Nice. Alright. So, we were just talking here about, you know, a different angle of drama in the hobby, which has to do in the... I guess we'll say it has to do with the EC space. Alright, I'll just also take care of a type test now just because we're here. The board's already out and I plugged it in. Let's do this. Alright, this is Randy's Frog Mini in the dark green. We got a palm plate with blue Alps. And we got DCS, what is this? DCS 9009 with the Gorton Legends. Alright, 60-second test. I'll pause that. Let's do this. No! Damn, I was floating. I was floating for a sec. And then, I don't know what happened there. Floating! You guys like it? Hope you guys like it. Yeah, this is Randy's. I built this for Randy. Okay, where's the music? What a sound. Butt play. I don't mind it getting used to hearing Alps. Yeah, that's good. Okay. So, that's the board. Let's continue this discussion. So, what we'd established here was that Buddy decided to at everyone claiming Norbauer as a sexual deviant based off of what he newly discovered was a 2-year-old podcast of him talking about, his personal life. So, if that's a lot to take in for some of you guys who've just walked in, yeah, I know, but that's just where it starts. Okay, so he had everyone pinged, in his Discord, and most people had some pretty bad backlash because it's just like, dude, like, who cares? Like, what's the big deal? Isn't that dude off the deep end? Look, I don't know the guy. I'm not him. I don't know him. So you could make your interpretations. I can explain more of my interpretation maybe later, but I'm just trying to explain what has happened here. So there's a pretty big backlash because it's just like, who the fuck cares? And so he was kind of perplexed by this. And so he started going out and, like, I don't know, putting out this agenda that anyone who sort of opposed his view that, like, because he was some kind of sexual deviant and because he somehow believes that a large portion of this hobby is like not of legal age, that his presence on a podcast explaining his personal life in the way that he did correlates or just like has some kind of correspondence with him being a pedophile. And what he said was that anyone who disagreed with this perspective should also be considered a pedophile. So he started banning all these people in his Discord. And so I'm on the sideline just, kind of watching. Meanwhile, there's another popular EC Discord, Conical Keyboards, where they were already discussing this like all day. This was in early October. They're already discussing this all day, but I was kind of reading it, but then I decided to just jump in Conical Keyboards and say, hey, crazy thing that's going on in Buddy's Discord, huh? And here's where my involvement came in. Because I said that, someone in the Conical Discord DM'd me saying like, hey, I was banned. Can you send me a Discord invite link? I want to just like go on with an alt and like see what's going on. Like I want to continue seeing what's going on because, so this person had the grave mistake of speaking in the Buddy Discord, the Unreal Keyboards Discord, and then getting banned for it because apparently he wasn't 100% fully aligned with Buddy OG's viewpoints. So, I looked at this guy who DMs me requests to give him an invite link. So I look at the Unreal Keyboards Discord, and what I do is I click the invite button, and it says that like, oh, who do you want to send this to? And as I'm typing the guy's name, I'm like, wait a second. I own a Discord. I know that actually you can check your Discord admin section and find out how many times an invite link has been used. So I'm just like, wait a second, hold on. If there's already, we're already in a time here where, tensions are high. I feel like, there's a chance here that Buddy's going to look at this and then suspect something funny out of the invite link that I, had generated if it was, people were actually using it. And, if there was a number of invites. So I tell this guy this whole thing, and he's like, oh, all right, no worries. You don't have to invite me, whatever, it's fine. Enjoy the show. And I'm just like, okay, cool. All right. So next day, Buddy DMs me. Buddy DMs me saying, "What is this?" And he sends me a screenshot of the Discord invite link I generated but did not send anyone, because it actually does show who generates Discord invite links, not just whether or not they were used. So I don't know. I forget. There was a few other things, but like he was just like, "What is this?" Oh, Hex, thank you for the thank you for the 30 months, guys. We're 65 subs away from the big giveaway, the big lavender giveaway. We're like so close. We're only 65 subs away. Anyways, I want to invite some homies to watch you being schizo. So what you're saying is Norbauer has canceled himself. Original stance, welcome, Rosie Manning. Okay, so okay. Hold on. Let's go back here. While you talk about him, can you at least show that thick mat? Sure. Here we go. So just to be totally clear here, the contents of this Norbauer interview, like podcast interview, was, I guess, it was, as I understand, it's a podcast that's like generally around the topic of relationships, and Norbauer was open enough to, in this interview, explain that he is in a polyamorous relationship, which I don't know. I guess it's that Buddy OG is doesn't agree with this, but he doesn't agree with this to the point of I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. Like, to the point of anger. I don't know. Anyways, Buddy OG DMs me with the screenshot of the link I generated saying, "What is this?" And then he says something like, "You have 6 hours to respond. Otherwise, I'm going to assume the worst." So this was the day after the whole initial everything. So this is the day after. And then one more day after that, the Unreal Keyboards Discord is no longer on my list of servers. So apparently, because all I did was click a button, he considers me a pedophile. You know? He considers me a pedophile because those are the only people that he's banned. So that's my involvement. I just wanted to explain that. Use Chopstick, welcome. I clicked the button that said invite, and then I got banned from his server. There was a lot of there's a lot to this. Some of it I'm trying to remember because, actually, now that we think about it, this was like, 4 months ago? So I'm trying to remember. And one of the things that I do remember was, it's kind of like John Bond was saying a little bit earlier. He's saying, like, this is a guy who's really into false equivalencies. And I would say that, like, to the point where it's like, because of one thing, he wants to kind of snowball a lot of other verbiage, I suppose. Because Norbauer is in a polyamorous relationship and is open about it to tell it in a podcast interview, that must mean that he's a pedophile and a groomer, because apparently the target audience of keyboards is not all adults. And anyone who disagrees with that is also a groomer. But what is also funny was that I think at one point, like, someone gave him, like, the usable definition of groomer as it's used today in this type of conversation, which very clearly doesn't match, how Buddy OG is using the term. And Buddy went on to say, like, something to the effect, and I don't have the quote pulled up. Someone who might, I don't know how many people have screenshotted all of the stuff that had gone around within his Discord and all of their own personal DMs with him. But he said something to the effect of, like, well, my definition is different than yours. And that's what kind of troubles, I think, me just in general. And I think we should trouble a lot of people. It's just that, like, you can't really just, like, throw all this stuff around like this. I don't know. Last time I checked, when the hell is a kid buying a $500 keyboard? Brother, what the fuck even is this shit? Why is this drama even a thing in keyboards? Well, there's a reason why this is, I would say this is important. And this is a perspective I've heard, and this is a perspective I subscribe to, which is that Buddy OG, he's the person behind the vendor Unreal Keyboards. And so I would say just by virtue of that, he is a voice within the EC space of the keyboard community. I don't want to get into how big of a voice and how positive or how negative or how influential he is, but I would say just by virtue of him running one of the very few EC like storefronts, he is something that is a voice. I would say that. Now, where I would inject a perspective is this that someone else mentioned that I think I agree with, which is that a couple years back, he had another different type of meltdown, which was related to Norbauer, which was that the first Heavy Grail he got from Norbauer, which the Heavy Grail wasn't even the first, Topre casing or housing, that Norbauer has produced. But when he got the first Heavy Grail to build on a stream, he actually didn't build it properly. And it's, I don't know how to put it. He made a mistake that truthfully I would say is not an invalid mistake. I could have made that mistake. But what he did was he made the mistake and then on stream he melted down. Like, he just went off. He went off and just started, like, trashing Norbauer on this stream. And then he continued to for a while. After, not just on the stream, but like the coming days, the coming months, and so on. And what I think I'd heard someone say is that there had to have been some notion that he didn't like Norbauer even before that, and that it's possibly due to some sense of not having the same level of success as Norbauer. And I don't know. I don't know really what else I could say more than that. Like, I don't know if that I could articulate that any better. But what I do know is that he's definitely built more Heavy Grails from that point 2 years ago to today. And he does it willingly. But he seems to always, or he doesn't ever seem to have a real particular positive attitude when anything related to Norbauer seems to come up. And that's also what brings us back to what happened 4 months ago. Like, why was he so fixated on trying to make this grand point that Norbauer doesn't do interviews? Like, he seemed to be wanting to prove a point that that's a bad thing, and that's why he came across this. Now, that said, I think there's also just where he is and who he is to kind of be, sort of have these general types of perspectives on people, to say, for example, not approve of things like polyamory, to not approve of homosexuality, there's so many other things as well. Just, you know, how many different, like, during the pandemic, how staunchly against he was against, like, vaccine and mask mandates. Um, I think there's just like there's that part of him that's there, but then there's also this part of him that's in the keyboard hobby for which it kind of bleeds into, but also having this predisposition to who Norbauer is. So, on top of that, the meltdown, the second meltdown in October, you know, just prior to him doing the everyone ping about Norbauer, was when he trashed on Dens's parts. And I think it's also important. It's also important to understand what led up to the Dens's parts. I don't know how much I'm supposed to disclose, but I'll just disclose all of it. So apparently, Buddy was already preemptively banned from Densis's server. Densis was not the one who banned him. Someone else who moderates for Densis's Discord server banned Buddy preemptively because they knew that his sort of behavior seemed troubling and was not willing to put up with it in the Densis server. So there was that. And I think there's also, on top of that, this notion that, like, I don't imagine that Buddy ever had plans to stock Densis parts. And I would have to also look at it like Densis producing EC parts is something that looked like more competition. So this is another situation where you come into it like, okay, is this going to compete with his idea of what a level of success is? And that's kind of where I just look at it. Like, it's kind of like, there's a lot going on here, obviously, and you guys can have your own perceptions of this, but I would venture to say that there's not a 0% part of it that I look at it, like it's not a 0% chance that there's sort of this level of compensation that's being made. That's what I would say about all this. Overcompensation. I also want to say here, just to throw it onto the pile, is that, like, he does have, like, for example, like, plate gaskets. That was a collab with Deskies. And so for someone like Densis to produce parts that compete with Deskies, like, that's also where I look at it like there's probably some level of allegiance he has, and that's probably why there's some consideration of it being competitive. So, yeah. Okay, so let me go back because I've missed a bunch of things, a bunch of messages here. So he's a dictator and clown. I just joined what's happening. Mob 420, we're just chatting about some stuff here. Some stuff. All the signs are there. QAnon EC fan. Bro, if you haven't signed an NDA, it's whatever. Did you ask that mod why you banned him? I'm aware of why. I mean, it devolved from some discussion relating to the design of the pride flag. So I don't know if there's more to it than that, but that's of what I know. By the way, Holy Monka, welcome. So yeah, with all that said, John Bond came in saying, like, I just caught up with all this, and yeah, this thing happened where he just dropped like a fucking 20-30 minute video or something on YouTube yesterday, and so that's getting quite a bit of views just because it's, I mean, you can kind of see where some people would find this whole situation extremely outlandish based off of, you know, the statements that he makes there and the way in which he says it as well. Yeah. That said, is there any more to this? I'm sure there can be a lot more to this. And wait, where's the video? It's just on YouTube. It's like Unreal Keyboards, Buddy OG. That said, again, I'm sure there's more to this, and I'm sure that some will just pop into my head, and you guys can also continue to talk about it if you guys want, and I'll respond to it as much as I can or want to. But I will say also this, just moving the angle just a little bit. John Bond, one of the very first things you said during this stream, let me go find it. Man, I thought I couldn't get any angrier at someone in the hobby with Noxery, but I just caught up on the Buddy OG lore. Well, funny thing about that, I have an Avia on the way. All right, let's open the let's open this text Filco. Completely unrelated, but I always thought the dude was sus since he listens to nothing but hip-hop on stream, but seemingly only white artists. Yeah, keyboards. Here's what I'll also say. I from the start found it, absolutely bizarre. I'll drive. By the way, Randy, I'll do this. I'll drive this until I see you on Saturday. I'm going to the Sacramento meetup. I don't know how many people here are going to the Sacramento meetup, but I'll bring this over by then. We might actually do another build on Friday. Now that I think about it, so I'll drive this till Friday. Let me put this one away. This is the Tempo. What I will say is this: I don't know. I'm very confused. I'm very, very, very confused as to this idea of trying to be some kind of like having like a hero complex, where it's like, yeah, it's my duty to make sure that no pedophile groomers even get close to my community. Like, I'm a little okay. Just for what it is, I think just in general, I'm a little bit confused by that sort of mentality. Yeah, exactly. Like he said, it's his moral responsibility. But I'm just like, dude, like we're in the keyboard hobby. There's nothing righteous about this. Like, for those of us as deep as he is, or as deep as we are, like, there's a certain like amount of gluttony and greed that we have based off of, just participating in a materialistic hobby. So like, I'm not sure where this righteousness comes from. It's a little bit crazy, That's, I don't know. I don't know if you guys understand what I mean by that, but that's... Where's my XRF, though? Oh. Alright, these are hex. Is this the same size? Hell yeah. It's all got weird energy for sure. And, okay, okay. There's so many ways that you can continue to look at it too, and I mean I can explain more. Like Theremin Goat got involved with arguing with Buddy as well, and like he was making some of the points that you can just kind of make to sort of troll, which is like, okay, if you really think that like you're banning all these pedophile groomers from your server, what does it say about you that you've cultivated a community of these types of people that you seem to hate? And like furthermore, he had all of these messages to like other people. People were like posting their DMs with him, just saying like, oh yeah, like Norbauer's probably off fucking some little boys. I'm like, why is that something you're thinking of? Why is that the thought that comes to your head? It's crazy. Like, it's just... Yeah, how do you know what all of this stuff is? Like, he had some kind of crazy... He had this crazy-ass, like, new rules section in his Discord saying, like, if you know what EPI is, you'll be bad. If you don't know what it is, don't Google it. I'm like, okay, clearly you know what it is. No one knows what this shit is. So then you actually look it up, and it's like, this is actual groomer lingo. Why do you know this? It's crazy. Well, Google EPI means now. I mean, you'll find like a result in like Urban Dictionary where it's just like, this is not even a fucking thing. Damn it, Chris, you just got me banned in a server. 3, 7, 8. To reply, welcome. So funny thing here is that I wanted to reclaim this key set because, you know, I could conceivably use this on an HHKB. But the problem is, I believe it is the case that I either don't have or lost the 1.75U shift. So I don't even think I can do that, in which case this is now relegated to being a TKL only key set. Which basically means, okay, if I don't use this, I mean this, I didn't gain one extra key set. So, if that's old EPBT blanks, I might have loose keys. Yeah, this is the light gray that I think came from, like, when Ivan Ivanovich ran what they called the Gateron PBT keycaps, but I think it's the same thing as like EPBT. So it's just this, light gray. Even though it's like, it's kind of got a little bit of brown to it. Yeah, I bought a blank set from Ivan's eBay. Yeah, no, if you have an extra 1.75U shift, I would appreciate it, but not if it's at the expense of your usage of it. My set is beige. Okay. No, it's all good. Yeah. So anyways, I guess this is a TKL only set. I thought I could convert this into being something not TKL only, but that's not the case. All good. No worries. Oh, you know what? I should probably bag this by row. Hello! I am 3/4 exam done. I hope I can watch it. Hope I can hopefully watch the next stream fully, but hope you have a great stream and a safe night and day. Yeah. Surmise! Thank you, welcome. Yeah, good luck. I hope they've gone well. Oh, by the way, also, one other notion of involvement was that that I had with Buddy OG was I got in on the initial group buy for his Urushi lacquered keycaps. And honestly, I think the quality of it is great, but just a couple issues is that it came back sort of problematic. Sort of. I found out it's not quite as bad as I had thought. But the situation there is that, let me grab some bags here. Situation there is that I had asked for some extra homing keys, and one of the pairs of homing keys was supposed to basically have the the bars flaked with gold, which the lacquer artist did, but not before like basically sanding the bars down. So they put gold flake in a bar shape, but the bars aren't really there. But they are still kind of there. So I can still kind of feel them. And so that's why I think it's not as bad as I thought it would be. They're not completely gone, so I can still use them and like know where to home. But that was the other thing too, was just that like I was thinking prior to me realizing that they were kind of fine, I had thought like, man, if I fucking get on Buddy's bad side, then I'm never gonna get these like 2 replacement keys that he had promised. But then that said, also, now, I mean, like, there's a lot of people who generally consider fucking, like, these Arushi sets that he ran tainted. So it's kind of, fuck, like, there's, the fella, Jace Belden, recorded a video of himself burning his Arushi keycaps, which, these are not cheap. This is a trained artist in East Asia who is doing their life's work to do this. And so my justification is like, no, I'm not gonna burn or give up, this very expensive key set. But my justification is also that like all Buddy did was vend it. He had nothing to do with the art for it, and I think the artistry behind it is important. And that's as best as I can justify it. Three A-minuses, I legit have been studying. Nice. Thanks for filling all the gaps with the Buddy lore. I didn't know this was an ongoing thing for months. Yeah, it's been going on. For a very long time I tried to say mum about it, but it was hard because I wanted to use the Arushi keycaps when I built my S60HG, but it was hard to be able to do that without having this type of discussion. But also it's hard not having this type of discussion when it's like a pretty it's a pretty big topic right now, I suppose. So years if you count the first time along with the Pride flag Deathmatch arguments. Yeah, that was apparently that was one of the things about why he got banned from the Densis server preemptively. So I don't know, but I don't really know a whole lot about it. As I understand, there was just some kind of very negative language he was using towards it. I don't know. Makes sense. I still drink from my Rama water bottle I won from a giveaway. Yeah. By the way, just earlier today, I found a very old Stanley cup in my apartment. I was like, holy shit. I never used it, but I'm just like, I guess I've secretly been a basic ass bitch for the last couple years. I guess. Sell that shit on eBay for the Stanley Cup girlies. It's a small one, and also I drew a happy face on it with a silver Sharpie. Damn, Chris, you got the stay-at-home mom drip. Do you hear those cups have lead in them? Yeah, I have. I mean, I heard it's not atypical for that type of cup to have that, but it's still funny. It's definitely still funny. I like how Stanley went from blue-collar working men to high school girls and nurses. Effective marketing. Hey, they crushed it. They definitely Definitely went the hydro flask route of new age marketing. Alright, this is a funny thing. Take a look at this. Alright, there's this big ass, I don't know if you still call this JST, but look at what I did here. So I really, really wanted this cable to be this color. So I ended up getting, it's not a Limo, but this is the JST, the giant JST that connects to the PCB. I had one custom made for this, like this Philco connector to go out to a USB-A female, and then I found this cable, and I'm running the USB male through this. But in order to get it through this hole, I had to like shave off this like housing right here. And then I had to tape this down so this would all fit. Cause like if you don't tape this down, it's like all loose and then like it won't close properly. It's stupid. I think I must have done this like 2018 or something. Somewhere around 2018, 2017 maybe. Hydroflask sent a post about how they're trying to get back their demographic. As long as there's a Prop 65 warning label on it, you're safe. True. Alright, so yeah, this is the board. We just want to desolder this. I have a oh fuck. I gotta get this all set up here. I gotta put the thing back on. Whoa! I gotta get that mat back on. It's one of your rare TKLs. It's like kind of. It depends on how much you like Philcos, where you wonder about, you know, what's it really worth. The Tex case was like the first like really big popularized metal housings, at least stateside, for the Philco. And it's just no longer in production. But I mean, I gotta imagine there's probably quite a few units made out there for it. So, but then at the, like, on the other hand, it's like, well, if you don't like Philco, then it's probably meaningless to you. Like, V2 is like crazy into Philcos, so he was just like shocked that I had one of these. But I think most people wouldn't really bat an eye, because most people do not care about Philcos. All right. So one of the annoying things about this is that it uses CoStar stabilizers. Wait, was there some word that someone's working on a Philco replacement PCB? What's the word on that? Because I'm thinking, like, what if we just don't rebuild this? What if we just desolder this and then just save this for later? The guy doing our stuff. Do you have any notion of what the timeline is? Because maybe I could just turn this into a desolder stream, desolder this board, and then desolder the KMAC LE. I mean, in any case, I have to desolder it. So, the reason I bring that up is because you can make CoStar stabilizers sound good. They're just such a hassle. They're a hassle to like keep clean. They're a hassle to just like do anything with. So it's like, if I have to pop these out, like, I don't know, it's just annoying, you know? I'm thinking maybe I could just take out the little inserts. Swapping caps sucks for it. I mean, I have no problem swapping out caps. It's just that, like, if you tune them to not make any rattling noises, and then you're trying to, like, disassemble it in general, like, that's when it's like, this shit is just messy. Recently tuned some co-stars on a NIS EC board. They turn out beautifully with XHC BDZ. Yeah, it's just, and that's the thing, it's just that BDZ is messy. So, for that reason, I'm not really a fan. Are you aware that's not an HHKB? What? Huh? yeah, you got it even a little bit off and you have a very bad time. Yeah. Sorry, I'm waiting for this to heat up. There we go. As January 20th, he deleted F13. F13 compatibility from the PCB because he realized there's literally 0 point. That makes sense. I mean, I think one of the biggest things about it has got to be this situation. You know, that. Like the OEM spacing between the F row and the num row. Oh, yeah, what's funny is that these were all 3-pin. We had to 3-pin this because, of course we did. Yeah, exactly. There's yeah, no, I was aware of that. My only wonder past all of that is, you know, where's the PCB gonna land? Like, is a big thing about it is it still gonna use the same connector? Or are they gonna, like, I don't know, switch you out of that? At which point, like, my thing is that, like, if you're not using this connector, then is it even a Philco anymore? Like, what's the point? No idea how to stop myself from grilling him about it too much? Okay. Got it. I don't know, what do you guys think? Maybe I'll run a poll for it. Would you guys rather me rebuild this this Tex Philco, or would you rather me stop when I've finished desoldering, and then just desolder the KMAC LE? Alright, 10-minute poll. Get your votes in. I'll let you guys decide. God damn, there's so many fucking keys on this board. What is this, like 87 keys? I have to do a lot of cleaning. I'm actually going to start to unwind from that. Have a great rest of your stream. Metageek, thanks so much for being here. Thank you so much for the raid. And for chatting. That was a drop enter at Melmax 3-pin sockets. Feels bad, man. I want it bad. Just let them know there's a pretty good market for it. I think I'm in for 2. One to replace this one. Actually, yeah, maybe 2, maybe 3. Because I have a Phantom PCB. But there's a bunch of lifted pads on it, which is fine. It's just that, like, well, if I wanted to not have lifted pads, that would be where my third would come in. see how good this desoldering was. You know what is interesting about CoStar stabilizers is that you don't have to Jesus, I'm getting like BDZ everywhere. There's no need for putting in a spacebar spring in your spacebar switch. Because I think the way that CoStar is just set up to work is kind of, as I understand, like pretty agnostic of like how much the keycap weighs. At least that's been my experience of it. But there's also the possibility that it could be because I've never seen a 7U CoStar. Like this specific style of CoStar, not just CoStar like. Oh shit. Okay, I think I should do this per row, like a cleaning on every row. Alright, I do have a bunch of news and notes. Also, get your votes in, guys. What do you guys want to see after I finish desoldering this? A build or more desoldering? Alright, so, first of all, the weather has been very weird. For the last couple of days, it's been really hot, and then like it's also been like exceedingly hot inside here because the AQI kept showing as pretty bad in San Francisco, but only during the daytime. So like these daytimes have just been like, oh, so fucking muggy in my apartment. But on top of that, all of a sudden today it just started raining super hard, and that's why I wasn't even sure if I was going to get to stream today. But here we are. Hopefully I'm still connected. Earlier today it was kind of going wild. Second of all, I promised I was going to go to the gym yesterday. Guess what I didn't do? What happened was around 9:30, I was like, fuck, I'm so tired. Let me just rest my eyes. And then I woke up and it was like 11:30 and I was like, fuck. It's too late to go to the gym. Maybe I'll go early in the morning. So I fell asleep again. And then I woke up at 12:30. And I was like, man, yeah, I should just try to sleep till like 5:30. And I didn't because I just started checking my messages and then I was no longer in like that sleep mode. It's terrible. So yeah, I didn't go to the gym yesterday, and then today was even less motivating to go to the gym, despite thinking that like maybe I wasn't gonna stream, because it's less motivating because it's like fucking raining, and the closest gym to me, I have to walk like 5 blocks to get to the gym. And I don't want to do that in the rain. Okay. Meanwhile, I don't know if you guys saw it, but Novelty is having an incredible sale right now. And so yesterday I asked if, I actually made a purchase, and then yesterday I asked in the Discord if anyone was still... had not purchased but was planning to, if someone local could get me an extra 36 pack of Nixies. And so I started counting all the switches that I had, and I'm like, wait, do I need this 36 pack? And I was realizing, no, I don't. And then I started counting again, actually today, and I was like, fuck, maybe I should get another 36 pack. But it doesn't, it kind of doesn't make sense to like just place an order and not get free shipping. So again, I will raise it again to anyone local here in in San Francisco or the San Francisco Bay Area, if you're ordering from Novel Keys and, you know, maybe needed, for example, another extra $10 to get to free shipping, or just wanted to help me out, if you could buy me another 36 pack of Nixies, I would appreciate it. Let me know, DM me, or put it down in the Discord. Oh, I finally started tuning these cherry browns. That's what I was doing while I was mulling over streaming tonight. And then that led me to kind of wondering what to do with the remaining 0 cherry browns. 0 had given me some cherry browns while I was in the... Yeah, they already shipped. So, like, I should have asked yesterday before they shipped today. But I was just like, like, I don't want to do this whole song and dance, and then they did ship today. I know I probably could have just asked, but I didn't. So anyways, 0, I got a bunch of cherry browns from 0 when I was in the Philippines. Turns out it's just barely not enough for 2 HHKB builds. There was 105 and I need 120 if I want to do 2. So 60 of them is what I'm working on right now. That leaves me with 45, right? So I'm digging through and I realize, oh shit, wait, I do have some extra browns. I believe these are hyperglides. To match what I believe were the hyperglides that 0 had given me, but I'm still not at 60. I think I'm at like 54 or 55. But then it hits me, okay, I have these other browns. I have 2 other different types of browns. Well, 3 technically. And I'll go in order. I'll go in order of what I think would be most appropriate. Starting at number 3, the third most appropriate, which is the least appropriate, are pre-tool browns. I got these pre-tool browns probably like early 2010s, and I got to imagine probably not too appropriate to like mix and match. Next up, I have like vintage browns from like MX11 800s. I still feel like that's a little bit not kosher. I don't know. And then finally, I have hyperglides that are worked in from R&D KBD, these butter browns. That one seems like the most appropriate, but still seems a little bit suspicious, right? And so that leads me to kind of wonder, like, should I mix and match these, or do I need to go hunting for, like, 5 to 10 cherry brown switches? What do you guys think? There is kind of another option, or like another sub-option to that one, which is, honestly, they're all the same to me. There's another option, which is, like, I do have hyperglide bottoms from other non-brown hyperglide switches. But the general thought or general saying I've been hearing is that, like, tactile bottoms in general are, like, different from linear bottoms. So I have a bunch of, like, hyperglide black bottoms. I do have, I want to say, hyperglide clear and hyperglide red, which are also linear bottoms as well. I don't have hyperglide blues. I don't think that's a thing. But I don't know, like, which of these match, and I'm just like, okay, could I just, like, steal some of these hyperglide bottoms and then, like, you know, Frank and switch them with the, sorry, no, reds are linear, but I also have clears. I meant reds to be coupled with the blacks. On browns, I'd say the difference doesn't matter. It's just very weird. Clears might be the best bet. Okay, so I think I can do that then. And then utilize the butter brown stems. 75% sure it's the same leaf. Anybody want to fact check me and Allhex? 100% sure blue black leaves are different than MX browns. I gotta imagine red is also in that category, right? %75% actually. I'm wishing. any professional Googlers? Anybody want to Google this so that we don't just rely on Allhex? I'm wishy-washy. Alright, by the way, also, I just saw that everyone had went and voted to continue desoldering. So we'll do the KMAC LE next, which is going to be helpful because I need to do that anyways. And I guess we'll just move this Philco text rebuild maybe way down the line. Either when I'm really bored and starving for content in the next couple months, or whenever these Philco PCBs get done. Whichever I feel like. Oh, that's so annoying. I'm like trying to get at this without pulling out the CoStar wire. Okay, I was able to do that. Alright, what else I got? Oh, I counted all my EC stuff. So I do think I need, I guess, basically one Real Force 91U to sort of like fill out my remaining possible EC boards that would be coming in. But it turns out on Bai Mercari, like the cheapest 91U for parts is going to be just as expensive as like a 103 or 106 or whatever. So I might as well just get a 106, have some extras. The Avia that I'm getting in the mail is already built. But unfortunately, as I was looking at it, the build seems not ideal for multiple reasons. One, there's a very strange like inner adhesive foam that they put in for some reason, like at least two owners ago. The current owner was like, I don't know why the previous owner did this. The other thing is that the domes are definitely way too light. So we're gonna need to replace that. We're gonna do a rebuild on the EVA when it gets here. There's a very classic. There's a couple of boards that are. There's a few boards that are en route, or just like. There's stages. There's stages to them. I have a VTuber themed board coming in soon. And I VTuber, yes, I have a VTuber board coming in. What else do I have? I'm working out a deal for a very small, like, private run board that was already done from a little while ago. It was I think it's some anime / mobile game character I'm not fully aware of. And then I also have another sort of more classic, it was like a top mount from like maybe 5 years ago, also coming in soon. And the seller I was put in touch with by Ankit. And the seller just decided, like, hey, I'll just send it to you. I trust you, Ankit. Ankit put in a good word. So I'll just send it to you, and then when you get it, check it over, and then pay me after you get it. So what he said. So I don't know when that one's coming in. I'm not sure if he sent that off already. I paid the invoice for the IDB60 to Ashley, but I have not gotten any tracking. I don't know when that's going to ship. What else? I think we're good here. Oh, I don't know if you guys saw this. Type B has some crazy news. Apparently I guess they received it at this point, and everything they got was based off of the proto files and not the final files. Kill Combat, welcome. So they're offering a bunch of different options on how to proceed, and I really don't know what to choose. So maybe you guys could help me choose, or just help me out by listening to me speak out loud. So the first option was take the proto unit and get a $100 refund. Option 2 is what was option 2? Option 2 was pay $300 more and then get both the real unit and the proto unit. And then option 3 was just wait 4 months to get the real unit. Apparently there's some other hidden options. Hidden option is just getting a complete refund. But I also asked another option in their Discord, which was could I get the proto unit in the other color if I chose the second option where I pay an extra $300? Because the board, I think, was something like $450 or something like that. Something around $450. And so I'd be getting a proto unit for $300. And I'm like, there's a reason why this seems like kind of enticing. Which is that I could leave it at home. But now that I think about it, I could do that very same option with my Midway, which I'm trying to sell. Like, I could leave that out in Vegas. Maybe that's what I could do with my duplicate boards. Is just like find new home bases for them. So I don't know. I really don't know what to choose. There's a part of me that's like, fuck, like I'd like to have the extra $100. There's a part of me that thinks, man, I'd like to have a cheap proto. And then there's another part of me that's like, well, I could just wait. Whatever. Here's you know what my issue was, did they announce in advance? I don't know 100%. By the way, Jason79, welcome. I don't know, I don't remember 100% if they announced that they were going to do EC. Because if I'd known that, I wouldn't have gotten 2 MX PCBs. So now I'm just like, fuck, can I get like a... What do I do with this extra MX PCB? Is this going to be another one of these boards that I have 3 builds for? Because I'm kind of tired of that. Tired of having more than 2 builds for a board. Randy, did you get on Type B? Whoa, did it stop raining? Holy shit. I'm gonna open up this window because it's getting kind of warm in here. I did not. Do you happen to know if EC was a foregone conclusion during the time of group buy? In which case, that's my mistake. Are you getting the rain SoCal is getting? I think so. Are you raining right now? I think there was an EC kit mentioned recently, but not during group buy. Yeah, I'm just like, why the fuck? If I had known, I wouldn't have bought a second MX PCB. I think I gotta go back to normalizing buying no PCB or plate extras. With my boards. It's just way easier when you don't. It's cheaper. I'm not gonna fucking break my PCB. I'm good. Did I not ever pull this out? What the hell? Desoldering gun name, this is the Hawko FM 204 desoldering station. Alfalfa, by the way, welcome. Savior, welcome. I also saw. Are you joining the Trigon group by? I think. I was trying to silently not mention it because I think I'm gonna pass on it. I think I'm gonna pass on it for now. It's like one of those situations like, man, maybe this is one of those boards where it's like, I'll just kind of get it in the aftermarket. There's a part of me that's like, there's so many choices that I don't know which one to choose, like for like color wise. So it's like, why not just let someone else make the decision and then I'll just look it up. I'll just type HHKB into the Mech Market Discord and then figure out who's selling one, you know, upon release. Gotten some amazing boards for like a third the price in aftermarket. Bro, I can't get my motherfucking space bar to stop rattling. Ooh. You've tuned it with, I don't know. What'd you tune it with? How'd you tune it? What are the stabilizers? A lot of leaving the hobby fire sales. It's hard because I think it depends on what kinds of boards. I think those like sort of like mid-range boards, probably so, yeah. And that's why like I also didn't get in on the Martingale. I feel like the Martingale was that, even though the Martingale looked great. I was like, this feels like I might just try to find one later, and hopefully it'll work out. Class 60, same thing. Also, kind of, I just forgot about the Class 60. What else? Ladybird I missed. I just missed entirely. I don't know what's going on with that one. I've been like trying to watch to see what's happening in that group buy, but I don't really know. Balance of wires, use 3 different stabilizers. The lube probably still won't stop rattling. Ooh. Damn. It could be your spacebar. Oh, switch keycaps too. Oh shit. Damn it. I was trying to give the only other option I could think of. How about the plate? Is the plate bent? I don't know. I'm just like fucking spitballing. Might be time to change this pipe filter soon. Sounds a little funny. Let me try to change this right now. Let's see if there's going to be any big difference. Yeah, it is pretty different. The filter is not as compressed. So like, I don't know. I mean, I'll keep going with this until I realize it's bad. I checked the plate, it's pretty flush, like a little bend, but nothing that should cause instability. I see. Yeah, it's still desoldering. Ah! Okay. And it's not like I'm also using a long pole switch either. I'm using some GAT yellows. Damn. Beats me. Is there a specific like person's stabilizer lubing guide that you've been following? Like, what kind of stabilizers are you using right now? Fuck it though, I ordered a polycarbonate plate, I'm gonna try it. Alright. I remember at one point I did try running a different set of keycaps on this board. These are CoStar stabilizers. And then I remember feeling like, where the fuck is this rattling? And then when I went back to, these EPBT caps, it was like totally fine. You say Haas, then Alex's. I went from the stock stabilizers to cherry clip into Stabies. Ooh. Stabies. I think Stabies has been mentioned to possibly do some binding. But binding is not... That doesn't... possible binding, but that doesn't have any correlation with rattling. MK87 Alu. Let me see. What kind of lube are you using? You guys are still on all plates, so fuck it, I'm gonna try it. Nice. Burt desoldering station makes it a lot faster. Yes. Crytox 205 on the stem housing, Crytox on the housing and dielectric grease on the wires, then did BDZ on the wires with 205 grade 0 on the housing. I see. The hell was that? Oh, here we go. This might be time to change this, but I'm still gonna spend some time cleaning. BDZ on wires at 205 on the housing. That should be good at that point, but I don't know. I don't know what else it could be. When you put your ear close to it, can you tell like where the sound is coming from? Is it coming from one side or the other side? Is it only one side? What did I just do? I feel like I didn't actually even clean this. It's been like this ever since I've had it. I could never figure it out. It's not like I use it anymore, but it's a principle at this point. Fair. I get it. I'm about to do some stabilizer tuning for a Digilog. A TKL that I never use. We're going to do that at some point in the coming weeks. Sometimes it's the keycap, not the stabilizer. Yeah, but he said he did change the keycaps. That's the weird part. Oh yeah, you guys see the deep field preview? I'm so disappointed, personally. So disappointed, because the colors look kind of cool. But it's GMK with 3 colors. It's got that third color sub-legend. And you just know you're gonna feel it. What's deep field? Thekeymachine.com. It's the new like sort of hype drop site from Novel Keys. Same TBH. The colors look cool, but it's just it looks like you know what it reminds me of? Yeah, it's an NK drop site, yeah. I don't like how this sounds. Maybe it's the station. No, it's not. Can't be the station filter if it sounds like that. Alright, back to the old one. I still haven't changed to the new one fully yet. Shit. I need a reflow. I get my bonus next week? Nice! Well, that's fantastic. New money! Need a TKL recommendation? Get a Philco. I don't know, F1? A Jane? A Keycolt? Dude, I don't know. Those are the only, like, 3 TKLs I really know. Kaze? Fuck, what was that one from, Monoke? That one also started with a K. F1 Unlimited group buy is coming up. Oh! Cycle 8? Oh shit, there's a Cycle 8 now? I did not know that. Real Force? Oh yeah, get a Real Force. Should I get an F1? HHKBFI the F1? KFE, that's what it was. New angle? Yeah. Well, same angle. Just a wider lens. KFC. I like Angel, 90-degree angle. I used to run a 90-degree angle when I used to solely stream Splatoon. That was lit. Everyone loved that. And then, I don't know. Times change, you know? Let me see if I can find a clip for you guys. Clips. Old clips. Look at this. Ah, shit, you can't see it because all my shit's blocking it. Where the hell is this? Oh fuck, it just ended. Oh, this is what stream used to look like. It's weird that I'm like looking outside. I'm on the left side looking to the left. I thought there would be just chatting streamers on the monitor. Anyways, I miss this. Where's bro looking? Got that lo-fi girl vibe, no cap. Bro looking up. This was fun. I like this. It felt... This is, you know, it's kind of honestly why I came back to just wanting to do stuff in the dark. Because I used to play Splatoon in the dark, and what would happen, I don't know how easy it is to see, is just that, like, because I was playing in the dark, like against a big TV, all of the colors of the screen would just like, you know, bounce off my face, and I would kind of match. I'd kind of match what the actual gameplay looked like. So like if everything was orange, then I would look orange. Splitting in the Dark would be a good name for your upcoming album. Kind of fun idea, low-key. It was nice. I think it was also just conducive to, you know, like my background itself was kind of nice. Anyways. If I get TTL, I need me a board with macros on the left side. You should get a K-Mac Mini. Agreed. That's literally perfect. Yeah. I don't know if anyone's selling one. Mig Fernando, welcome back. How's it going? Ancient but loud as peak. There's a more recent 65 with macro column board out there that I can't put my finger on what it was. I wouldn't know because I don't care for 65s, nor do I care for macro columns. But there's a more recent one for sure. Kind of based off of the Mac Mini. Type 65? Does Type 65 look like that? Sally Welly. Welcome. Class 65. Saw one that was stacked acrylic and was low-key cheap as hell, but eh. So here they go small, like 60% go big, like a TKL. I agree with you, 65s just don't know for me. HHK be full size or TKL only. You're rebuilding a TKL is blowing my mind. Oh, yeah, we're not actually rebuilding this today. I'm just desoldering. Chat voted earlier. I'm desoldering another TKL after this one. So I should probably change the title. Stream title. Oops. just need split backspace and control on caps. And also split right shift. And also blocked corners and blocked everything else. Blocked numero. Or blocked F row, blocked nav cluster, blocked arrow cluster. Yeah, that's what we need. Just block the entire thing off. Yeah, that's why I'm thinking of getting an F1. Also, when's the F260 dropping? The heck? I feel like that's been in progress for like over 2 years. Use the underside of the case. Oh, I did actually buy something. Kind of funny. And I now realize I probably shouldn't have. I did buy what is it? Fuck, I don't actually know what it is. F88 H88 PCB, because I'm thinking that like I might just get an F1 at some point anyways. But I'm realizing I probably shouldn't have bought it, because I could still, if I'm planning to do my plan, I could just use an H60. Block off all of the cutouts on the plate. I wouldn't even actually need an H88 or whatever. That's beyond cursed. Well, it's the same plan either way. It's just that, well, I got it because Novel Keys is having a sale. And I was like, this is a really good deal on this PCB that seems to be compatible with the F1. H88 NU. Whatever H88 or whatever 80 whatever. Oh shit. That was on sale. It said that it was compatible with the F1. Bought some Nixies for dirt cheap off of NK. Yeah, no, that was the other thing was I think I need one more 36 pack. So if anyone's still on the fence about you know, buying into the NK sale and you're local to me, or even if you're not local, I don't know, give me an extra 36 pack. At which point I guess I should just buy it off of NK myself on a second order. I think this shit's done. This looks very, very condensed, this filter. I think I can still get some out of it. Maybe I can finish off this board and jump into the new filter on the KMac. I'll buy a 36 pack, but I get to change all the springs to varying weights. That's fine. I mean, I was just gonna spring swap anyways. Are you local? Because I'm realizing, like, if you're not local and I'm paying shipping, all I've really done is nothing. Because I still would owe you tax. You know, it's crazy to think that, like, online shopping was probably Like, the best thing that could have happened to, like, shipping services. Like, who was really mailing stuff? I mean, I guess, like, phone orders. Like, before the internet? Oh, for sure. Boy, I might as well do the second order. I know, yeah. I'm basically just trying to save $5. Which, even if I just place that order now, it's like still cheaper than buying the Nixies at normal price. $5. There was mail orders to. Oh, that's true. Yeah. Damn, you think we'd still be doing mail order? If not for John Internet and Fred Internet. Oh, cash on delivery. I've never done cash on delivery before. Oh, that's sicker than 2 a.m. infomercials. I wonder if that was the secret main motivation for the internet, was to kill off infomercials. What the hell is this going on over here? What the fuck? Yo, what the hell is happening here? This is interesting. Oh shit. Clean out this nozzle again. Oh, I did like less than 10 switches. Might be that station filter. Could be the nozzle. There we go. It was the nozzle. Alrighty. Try again. Last few here. Oh my god. There we go. Finally. Jeez Louise. Okay, I'm just gonna keep this together. We're not gonna do anything with this for now. Because I guess we're gonna be waiting for that PCB, but my goodness, is there a lot of BDZ on this mat. Look at this. It's ridiculous. Damn you, co-star. And let that good food go to waste. I know. Alright, I'm gonna go, like, find something to wipe all this down, because this is just ridiculous. Oh, that's bad. It's like hardly going away. I think I have a bunch of extra, like, cheap toothbrushes somewhere. Maybe I'll go grab that. Got any of that virtual XF solvent stuff? No. Is it safe? Is it cheap? Does it taste good? It's what Krytox makes / sells that breaks down their lube. Interesting. Is it carcinogenic? Because I remember reading something that said there's 7 different things that can break down Krytox lube, and 6 of them are carcinogenic, and 1 of them might be carcinogenic. Does it have red 40? I only want red 40. Red 40 maxing. I don't know, the data sheet says it's not. Alright. I guess this is why I'd have to pull this off every time whenever dealing with cases. And I should kind of only reserve this for, I think virtual breaks down Crytox. It turns it more into a solid, I think. Interesting. I never heard of this. I like these toothbrushes. They look like, they're like Colgate toothbrushes, but the packaging is like in Vietnamese. It's like, I wonder where this came from. The UK? Ringer Keys has it? Ah. I need to like pour some water on this or something. I need more water than the paper towel can provide. Does that seem clean enough? There's a bunch right here in this corner too. You know what actually makes sense is if I cut this. Like, this is a cutting mat. I think what's happening is, like, I'm digging my nail into the paper towel, and it's just acting like a cutter. And maybe I should just take a box cutter and cut this shit. The lube is seeping into the mat. It possibly is. I mean, that's what these self-healing mats are, right? Alright, I'm over it. Okay, let me go grab the K-Mag, but I'm also going to take this off first so we can disassemble it. As for this, shit, maybe I should reassemble this Tex Filco, even though there's nothing really keeping everything attached. Ah, shit. One of the feet came off the mode tempo. I need to get that back in at some point. god, I'm just getting lube back all over everything. Looks like all these screws are the same size. Oh, okay, so another thing, I realized there's still another piece of news I didn't go over, which was some of this Blue Alps stuff. We did change that Blue Alps enter key on the Frog Mini, Randy's Frog Mini earlier. But I went through last night and I went back and retested a bunch of like both the good and the bad Blue Alps, swapped them between piles for ones that I realized had different kinds of results. But one of the things I noticed was some of them actually there was a way that you could kind of fix them. Like only very few, like maybe a small handful, like 3 or 4 or 5 or so, 3 or 5 of them. Where if they were bad, you could possibly influence them to start working again. And the way that I did it was, you know, with the switch like kind of in hand, not even opened or anything. You kind of press down and then towards the like the contact leaf, and you just press it really hard. And in some cases, like that seemed to trigger something to get it to work again. But there were a bunch like of those, and also a bunch of just other semi-good or semi-bad ones where I kind of realized that they would actuate, but not at the right spot. Like you'd have to press really hard. Like you'd have to bottom out in order for them to actuate, which is kind of weird. Strange overall, but I don't know, somewhat helpful. And then I found a bunch of browns, greens, oranges, and other blues that seem to have good contact leaves or switch plates. But I don't think it's enough to make a full set. Like if I stole those. There's part of me that wants to figure out if I could cover this. Fuck, it's like, should I just smash a paper towel over it? Cause like before I put it back in the case, I don't want any of that BDZ to get on one of these guys. So right here, all these lens cloths I bought. The pink ones are nice. Oh, I intentionally got fewer of them. Alright, let me quickly go back to the tempo because one of these feet came off. I hope not both, because I don't see the other one. There's one. Okay, the other one's still there. I just realized I didn't Oh fuck! I forgot to email Mode about that screw hole, the stripped screw hole. Fuck! I gotta put that on my to-do list. I swear I put it on my to-do list and then I don't know where it went. Alright, let me go and punch that in again. Oh shit, it's midnight. Email Mode about stripped screw hole. Okie doke. Damn, I'm kind of hungry. What did I eat? I had a very small burrito. A small microwave burrito. Alright, let me go grab that K-Mac. Alright, so funny thing about the K-Mac. I don't have the top case because I sent that off to Ashley as a reference, which honestly I'm not 100% sure how she used it or if she used it, because she sent over sample photos, and I know I'm still supposed to get the actual IDB in the mail just to sort of verify. But she sent over sample photos of the IDB next to the K-Mac LE top case, and it was like kind of different. So I don't know if she's sending that back because she has no use for it, but I told her to keep it in case it would be helpful. Shoney's welcome. Oh, what am I doing? I shouldn't do this right away. I need to pull off the keycaps. Oh shit, a stretch. Wow, when was the last time I got a stretch redeem? Ugh. Here it is. Oh shit, it's February 1st. Guys, new money! New money! Oh, it's back to raining. I gotta go to the gym again, or I gotta go to the gym tomorrow. But you know, I definitely said that I was going to yesterday and then I didn't. I definitely gotta go tomorrow. I think it's raining tomorrow though. That's what sucks. Maybe I could drive out to a very far 24. Oh, I probably should also change the stream title. Just desoldering. Alright, so the purpose of this exercise is not to actually do a switch swap or anything. We're just going to rebuild this exactly the same way, but later. Because I need the plate in order to try to generate a plate file. The worrying part is what I typically do for plate files. I mean, I only ever touch 60%. But the worrying part here is I don't know how standard the spacing is between this F row and the num row. And I know that, like, as straight as I tried to make the photo last time around, there were still adjustments that needed to be made. Split and Corn, thank you for being here, and hope you have a good night. What do you guys know about TKL plate files? Do you think that this is some... Because, like, this is definitely less space than on the Filco, but I don't know if this is, like, standardized across different TKLs. Do you guys know? Not standard? Like, how about just in general, like, the F row to num row spacing, is it different between, like, a Jane, a Key Colt, a KFE? Are those, like, all different? Or even, like, a Sonnet? They're normally pretty standard? Okay. Varies from F12 to F13. Alright, but literally just the spacing between. Like, from here to here. That's what I'm curious about the most. Yeah, vertical spacing. Yeah, they're all the same. Okay. Alright, so one would hope that, like, maybe I could steal, like, the F1 plate file and then try to overlay the switch cutouts and see if it matches up over the photo that I'll eventually have to trace. We'll see, though. Whoops. Okie doke. I'm just hoping that, like, the KMAC follows the rule. Alright, so I just pulled that up to trigger the reheat. This is a TKL. What? Really? What? Dr. Killswitch, welcome. Huh? Drugs? Alright, so this is nice because this is the McLovin KMAC PCB remake. I wonder if they have the info on what the distance is. Like, if I... Does anyone know how to reach McLovin? But anyways, what's nice about this is that this was my first and only build on this PCB to this point. And so there's no desoldering craziness. Keyboard layout editor, let's see this. So yeah, I mean, this is the layout for the McLovin, specifically the KMAC. Is it specifically for the KMAC LE or the KMAC in general? Or is that just like general McLovin TKL PCBs? Let me look at the raw. Does the raw say? Is that the 2.5, oh, 2.5, 2.5 stuff? I don't know. I'm so curious. Unsure. Tile just. Oh, okay. Okay. The tile just came back to yellow. Okay. In that case, that might be useful enough. Appreciate it. Thank you. Is it? Where'd you get that? Like from a MacLovin Discord or something? Oh, it's a Geek Hack post. Oh yeah. I must have done this. I guess I just didn't remember that there was a Geek Hack post for this. Thank you. Why is this so far? Still too far. Alright, I gotta look at what's on the calendar for next stream, because whatever it is, I gotta tack on trying to get a picture of this. And I think I also need to get a picture of my GMK Matsu. I want to try to sell that. Anyone who's in chat right now, get in on the Type B. Just bringing this conversation back up in case anyone who is tuned in since then might want to chime in. I'm just like wondering, like, how badly do I want EC? I don't know how badly I want it. Can be sure if you don't get the EC kit, you'll want it. I know, huh? So there's a part of me that's like, I think I'm gonna eliminate option 1, the option to just take the proto and the refund. But now I don't know if I want to take the option where I get 2 keyboards, the proto and the real one, for $300 extra. Oh, what the hell? No. Or if I want to, I don't know. Where did I put that thing? What the hell? Oh, here. Or if I want to just wait. Literally just wait. Because I'm thinking I might take my Midway off the market and then just do the plan where I leave that down at home in Vegas. Because my thought was I would do that with the Type B, but I forgot that I have doubles of the Midway. I mean, I guess I also have doubles of, what else? The S60HG. And I'm about to have doubles of the S60 V2. I just stopped midway through this second row to do some cleaning, but is that how we want it to sound? There we go. Oh, I forgot to do a print last night due to my crazy ass sleep schedule. So we definitely got to do a print today. Oh, I just thought of something. I might stick in Sacramento on Saturday. Look for some card stores in the area. Custom 3, welcome. Gotta expand my Gengar collection. My 3 favorite Pokemon: Gengar, Shuckle, and Wooper. Gotta handle that. The card store that I've been going down to San Jose for, and I've been going down for breaks, I just saw a report that they got robbed. Very sad. But I heard that what they robbed kind of... Oh, Nap Wizard, welcome. Nap Wizard, I was just talking about Sacramento. I think I was going to stick around for a little bit longer to look for card stores. Any places that got Pokemon cards. You know any good places? Any good trading card spots in the area? I'm sure there are. I just wondering if you knew any off the bat. MTG guy, my spot is just MTG. I see. Got it, got it. So someone linked this on Black Simon's Discord. Ooh, I gotta see this. Very scuffed Chinese PC heavy grill for $115. Ah, I see. Well, it also might not be very scuffed, just Chinese. How accurate is it? Is it like very, very close? I don't know much about these bootleg heavy grails. Not as nice as the other Taubauers. The other ones are like one to one. Oh. That's crazy. I mean, I kind of have a problem with that. Like, if you're gonna bootleg a board, why wouldn't you bootleg a better one? These Play-Doh plates, though, not the Norby style ABS plates. Damn, this desolder's so clean, it's crazy. Night and fucking day. You know what's cool about this PCB is that there's like full in-switch LED like across the whole board. And what's funny is that the person who sold this to me was Last Pilot, the guy who has his own sculpt like based off of him, or I guess his avatar on PCAC, by Brocaps. Anyways, Last Pilot sold me this KMAC Happy, or sorry, this KMAC LE, which was built by Brocaps like over 10 years ago. And he sold it to me because he was looking for a board that had this type of support. Sorry, I'm not even showing this. With like full in-switch LED support. Granted, it was 10 years ago, but it's funny how this comes around, because if you could have just waited 10 years, this wouldn't be mine. This would still be in his possession. Trying to declog my desoldering nozzle. Is it a Hako? Yeah, the big boy. You got like these guys? Yeah. Alright, alright. Have you done it before? You know how to do it? I don't want to mansplain here. I'm just wondering if it was just a comment. Might need to get a new nozzle. I see. Filter change maybe? I don't know. It's been a while since I've owned mine. Mine is a FR300. Not even the 301, but the 300. I forgot who I sold it to. I think I might have sold it to Mendax? You guys remember Mr. Mendax? I didn't realize until way late that the WR was supposed to be an upside down M. So it'd be Mr. Mendax. Made everything else, but somehow got plugged in those nozzle wire things aren't getting through the nozzles, so now it's so bad. I see. Custom 3, thank you for that contribution. How are we doing, by the way, on that? 3%! 3% of the way there. So at this rate, we should be able to get to it in 33 months. The 10 million point goal. At this rate. Unless you guys blow me up. You guys want to blow me up and get more viewers in here. That means more channel points to spend. Just in time to activate Windows 13. Guys, if you get us to 4% in the next couple days, that would like take us to maybe going from 3 years to 2 years. 2-year pace instead of 3 years. Dang, I feel like I could keep this going. It's like desoldering so cleanly right now. What time is it? 12:30? We started about 3 hours ago. Alright, I think we'll kind of wrap up keyboard tasks after this, and then we'll do the print and the giveaway. I need to start mailing all this stuff out. I might need more stamps too. I need to buy more stamps. Let my gun fast and easy to desolder, hand pump, no bueno. I'm wondering if anyone knows where to get like US like forever stamps like for a deal, because I've just been like buying them at like the post office or CVS. I feel like there might be a better option. Forever stamps just went up. Fuck. That's fucked up. I should have stocked up. Oh, speaking of stocking up, because Novel Keys has that incredible sale where I suggest that maybe if you guys are getting into it, one of you guys buy me an extra 36 pack of Nixies, I'll pay you back. But anyways, because they're having a sale, they only have USB-C H60s. But then I realized I have those JST heads, like just spare JST heads that I got off of like, I don't know, fucking Mauser or DigiKey or whatever. And I just realized you could just desolder the USB-C and then solder on the JST head, right? And all of a sudden now you got JSTs. Is that true? Anyways, I bought some extra H60 USB-C PCBs that I don't need as USB-C, just because I figured it'd be good to stock up. I'll say that's true for the content in case it's not true. I'm just like, here's just another thing I want to raise. Is like, how many boards out there have proprietary PCBs that can't just be replaced by an H60? Because if you have that, it's like, man, you know, like, that's fucked up. Just have your boards work with H60s. It just makes things so much easier. Like they use like different connectors, and it's just like, I don't know, just for some reason odd compatibility. Just make it work. You know? Center USB bullshit. Cause like I was actually going through, and it's just like I think I now at this point have too many H60s. Because like there's not that many boards that I have left to build that I don't already have PCBs for, or boards that are coming in that I don't, that aren't using proprietary PCBs. So now I just like I might just have too many, but I did still just end up buying a couple of H60s on this sale because it's like 50% off. That's too good of a deal. Simply too good. Can't drop in a standard 60% PCB. Well, I'm just even talking about just like JST H60s. Like, why, if you're using like a JST daughter board, why are you making it not an H60? Like, what was your reasoning for not having it be an H60, honestly? Oh, you wanted more flex. I feel like someone was just bored and just wanted to design a PCB. This is the reason why I had to end up, sending these PCBs off to Gondo and now Trife. Because people decided not to do this stuff, Like, let's make this board so that you can't use it once, our user base, our customers have broken their PCBs. Excellent business plan. I don't really mind too much one way or another, but I appreciate wider compatibility. Like, I think the best thing is you design a board for H60 compatibility and then just don't include a PCB. Because that way, like, your buyers can just buy H60s whenever they go on sale. Or a frog. Yeah, honey board. Yeah, we're almost done here. I got dangerously close to my thumb. Sager, man, I realized I didn't hit my protein for the day, so here I am at 12:30 in the morning drinking 50 grams of protein. I'm kind of hungry right now, and I realize that as someone who doesn't eat meat, I also typically don't hit my protein, my probably, preferred protein goals, but I also never think about it either. So, maybe I should just, like, if I'm ever hungry late at night, I should just, like, drink a thing of protein. ITGL uses a modified H88 to accommodate the interior screw points because the board is screwless, but the bottom of the board is the most boring shit. Like, what? It's like, what was the point, What did we gain from all of this? What, really? Do I have to constantly think about it because I'm bulking right now? I have to eat roughly 200 grams and it's death. I've been naturally bulking, i.e. just getting fat. I've just been gaining weight. You only process 30 grams in a sitting anyway. The rest of the protein is dumped or turned into sugar and possibly stored fat. It's for the gains later. I can see this is one of my worst mistakes here, was running black films in these black switches. That's It's something I don't do anymore. I always want to be able to see the films so I know that they're like done, and so I know that I didn't misalign them all crazy. So I could tell that I have in a lot of these. Only missing 36-ish grams. I didn't want to have to math on each scoop of whey. Alright, the closest spot that has Pokemon cards is HR Sports Cards and Comics from the meetup venue. Ah. How close is that? It's like a couple miles? Or close. Also, I don't mind if it's like not close. The reason I asked was just because I thought, oh, it's blocks. Okay, nice. It's lit. Yeah, for those who don't know, I always... lately, it's like if I'm near a card store, which San Francisco specifically, the city of San Francisco is really devoid of. But if I'm ever at trading card stores, I always like do a couple things. Like, there's some cards that I'm on the lookout for. So anything Gengar, Shuckle, or Wooper. And then also any first edition base set, non-English, non-Japanese cards. I haven't bought a single one yet, but I've been seeing them. I've been seeing them and thinking like, man, I should buy this. I saw a $20, I think it was like a French water energy. I've seen like an $80 like Italian Magneton. That really common Machamp that's like in German. And then I think I saw like a Spanish Bulbasaur. And I've bought none of them so far. Zeta, welcome. And then on top of that, I also look for my buddy is really into just cards that have funny art. So anything, any card that has art that's really like atypical, like really goofy looking or whatever, I always try to pick those up because my buddy is just super into those. 10 out of 10, baby. Hey. Competitive Card Shack is also the other stop, but it's closer to 5, but south of downtown Sacramento. Okay. All right, so it's on the way back to San Francisco. Used to play PTCG back in the Gen 5 era. I was only ever into it during the Game Boy Color era. I was really into the actual, like the non-card game during Gen 3 and 4. I remember I played a lot of like IRC based like simulators because there wasn't anything fancier than that. Dark Prez, welcome. Alright, and then we have this spacebar switch. Let me find, I need to find a little, I need to find some bags, hold on. You have these big bags, I think these should fit, and then I need a little tiny bag for the spacebar switch on this. And then I also need to label these. Sharpie. I'm gonna write in K-Mac, Ali, Cherry, Hyperglide. Oh, wait, maybe while we're here, Randy, do you have like 5 to 10 stock Hyperglide Browns? I think I might need like 6 tops. Just have like 6 spare Hyperglide browns. I don't have any browns, unfortunately. Alright. Just wondering. I want to bag all this shit up right now. Alright, so there was no spacebar switch for this because CoStar doesn't need it. And then I'm gonna, I guess, bag those. I sold my browns after getting them diamond polished to see what the hype was about. TLDR, don't bother. Okay. That makes me feel better about the idea of mixing my RMD KBD butter browns with my stock Hyperglide browns. You think it doesn't matter? Alright, so these are done. I just put these in the done drawer. I can feel a difference. I don't think it's worth the time, money, or hassle. How much does diamond polish cost? So is diamond polish for diamonds or polish made from diamonds? I have this old Japanese Mewtwo card with the old Pocket Monsters backing. Ooh. I cannot wait to offload the random ass switches on Saturday. Wait, can we sell stuff there? Are we allowed to sell stuff? Because if so, I'm about to load up this big ass box of stuff that I have for sale into my car. And if anything, it's a weird gray area. Alright, I'll just sell it out my car. I guess I could also bring hats to sell out of my car. I could just be like those guys that sell clothes out of my car. A bootleg concert t-shirts. Like, if you're gonna already do a sale, then it's whatever. I mean, I just have a bunch of stuff listed on the Mech Market Discord right now. I wasn't gonna try to open the floodgates by letting people sell things. Alright. I'll figure something out. I was giving away all my random amount of switches that are left over. Do you have any? Do you have 6 Hyperglide browns? I need 6 Hyperglide browns. A very stupid number of Hyperglide browns. Sagiri, welcome. Also, you know that the getaway van that you sold me? What were those switches? Were they were like some TTC browns or something, right? But I was like trying to like Google these TTC browns and I'm like, I can't find anything that looks like this. Because they look like they have like black bottoms and like clear tops. What? TKL? Jason! I don't know. I was just desoldering. Those are weird. Let me look it up. Alright. Okay. I'm not 100% sure what to do now because I now have all this extra weird stuff. So I guess I'll put the PCB in this bottom case. I'm gonna save this plate because we need to take pictures of this and Matsu for Friday's stream. And then I guess I need like a tiny bag for this. Alright, I'm gonna get that heated up again and turn that off and then clean it up. They were mostly good. It's just I have these like BDZ co-star inserts, and I'm just like, I don't even know what the fuck to do with these. I feel like I might just throw these away because like all they're gonna do moving forward is make a mess. Like if I end up just rebuilding with co-star, like I'll just find some more co-star clips. I don't think I have any shortage of these like little co-star clips, but what I'm more probably gonna do is wait for these Philco PCB remakes from Trife and then not have to ever deal with co-star ever again. Discord messages are awful. I have no idea who I got it from. Okay, all right, so they're a weird switch. Let's just go with a weird switch because I haven't been able to find anything that looks like that, so I'm guessing it's like a Franken switch, like a, I don't know, a cherry bottom or a Gateron bottom or something. I see this, so I'm gonna go grab another paper towel. Alright, I'll put these in a bag in case I don't have any of these co-star clips. I'm pretty sure I do, but just to be safe, I guess. Shit. Wait, how many is there? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. What the hell? Am I missing one? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay. Just getting BDZ everywhere. Excellent. Ah, damn it. Lost a tray behind a shelf. God damn it. It was a dude that just had them listed as lube/film TTC Browns. Okay. Alright, I appreciate the info. There must have been some weird early iteration that seems to have any sort of relevant pictures scrubbed from the internet. I still haven't bought a case for it yet. I think now that it's February and I have new money, it might be the time to. So I gotta, like, I guess message SM Keyboards? There's like a purchase page, but then also a notes section. So I guess I'll try to explain as best I can, because I'm guessing, like, I don't know. I don't know anything about 40s, minivans, anything. But I gotta imagine that, like, it's easy to have things go off of, like, one grander spec. So if I say HHKB, it might not mean the same thing that someone who's producing a case for would mean. I don't know. You're the 40s guy, Nap Wizard, so I don't know if that's true. Still raining outside. It's fucking annoying. Minivan compat finally got into base kits, but otherwise have the most ass compat for split backspace or R2 to you. 40 is just too crazy. We can blame PCB designers. Yeah, let's do that. Let's just push the blame on it somebody else. It's the easiest way. Yeah, fuck those guys. High tune layout is kind of fucking goofy. High tune, is that the Jackie Lab one? I forget. Holy shit, I realize actuation force is relative to spring weight. Oh my. I mean, yeah, it's like all related. 40s piggy. I gotta let that cool down a little bit. I guess while we're waiting, I'm gonna get Lightroom open, and then I guess also get Marbles open as well. Still wish they call it Piglet. Oh, is that what it was supposed to be? There's an update for Lightroom Classic. I'm not gonna update right now. I was like, what I want to. I was thinking what I want to spring my Nixies to, and spring swap my Nixies to, and I realized the actuation is gonna change. Yeah. Sounds right. I mean, yeah. I mean, the three things to look out for are like the initial force to press, the actuation, and then the bottom out. For me, I always just try to have the initial force as high as possible. No. I blew it. Feeling a little smooth brained after being in this hobby for 4 years now and not knowing it. I mean, what did you think Spring Swap would do? Original name was Dolphin, but Lynn already had the Dolphin, so they call it High Tune, which is Mandarin for Dolphin. I see. Okie doke. Alright, that was the desoldering stream. Good stream. We can, we're almost close. We gotta take that picture of the K-Mac, and then we can make our Pinocchio order soon. You want to design an HHKB case for the getaway van, right? Yes, yes. So let me show this off, because this is where it gets tricky. So I'm going to go to that SM Keyboards page, and then also to the getaway van. So what I know here, I guess like, yeah, this is it. This is the HHKB in this case, where you basically need these like 3/8 blockers or whatever this fraction is. Right? I mean, I guess that's if you're getting the top Like, you want the top to be blocked, because otherwise I could have that dip in. It would look a little silly. Like, it's like what I do with my some of my 60 trays. So it's like where is a good example? Yeah, down here. So like, this is a 60 tray case, but then like I just have the plate, you know, have no cutout there, and so it just looks like it dips in. Oh shit, you can't see me because I took out my face. So anyways, it just like dips in like that, and I guess I could do that and like have them, you know, not care, or I could send a note, I guess, custom requests to make sure that the top layer of this stacked acrylic case like has that tiny blocker there. Which again is like, I gotta imagine this is non-standard, right? I don't know anything about 40s, but I can't imagine that every 40 has this. So then it's like, what do? I just say like would I just copy and paste this, do the HHKB layout, and block, use 3/8 blockers on the top layer, something like that, and then just like fill out all the color options and stuff. Yeah, getaway van bottom row is a little strange except for the full split space and the 150 mod. Yeah. Very odd. Clear. Ooh, should I get iridescent? I wonder how well you could see the squids on the iridescent. It's just funny how they didn't put this on the bottom. This should have been on the bottom. You know? Why did they put this where you can't really see it? This is funny how this is... I'm gonna guess that it's because they have multiple product pages for this. But like the minivan acrylic case has like a placeholder value here where it says, are you gonna use a DZ60 or a KB8X PCB? All right, so yeah, I gotta fill this out at some point and just make sure to get into contact with them. I might also like have to do like a, what is that called, like the KLE keyboard thing. Maybe provide them a KLE of some kind. I don't know. I don't know how you would do this. Is someone having, is it like in here? KLE link. Hey, there we go. Yeah, baby. So like, I'll get rid of like, and then I guess I'll get rid of this green one. Yeah, like I'll just send them this image. Get rid of, I think that's the space. The fuck? There you go. I'll send them this image. And I'll just put this up on S3. I'll put this picture up on S3. Let's take a picture of this now. What the hell? If I even remember how. How the hell are you? Bro, am I tripping right now? I don't know how to screenshot. Why won't screenshot work? Win, Shift S. It's not working. My keyboard's broken. Yo, what the fuck? Wait, is it not plugged in? What? It has to have been plugged in. I've been typing on it. There we go. What the hell was that? Oh my god, why won't this type? What is happening right now? Randy, I think I broke your Frog Mini. Shit, clipboard. Create the curse lives on. There we go. Alright. Quick export as PNG. Let's just put this in. Fuck, I don't know. I'll just leave this in my plates folder, even though this is not a plate. KLE. This is 2024-02-01 Getaway Van KLE. Your board is feeling the threatening aura of 40%. It really is. Holy shit. I guess I'll also just save this into a text file. Save. Getaway Van Kaylee. Alright, that's lit. Okay, let's look for a picture to print tonight, and then we will run it for our marbles giveaway, along with our 2 stickers. What's this? Oh, yeah, this is the Stanley Cup. This is a Stanley Cup I found earlier today. Granted, this picture's colors are totally off, but I'm a slut for stickers, no cap. Did y'all like the email I sent last night for the meetup? Yes. I did. Oh, that was me when I was skinnier. That's Hatchie. Oh, these are pretty good pictures. I don't know if this guy would want me sending out... I don't know if this guy would want me sending out pictures, like prints of this. But, I think we'll pass on that one. Yeah, most of my pictures are all dark. Oh, maybe let's do a picture in like Japan or Korea. Why not? Oh, here's some penguins. Kind of, oh, that's a pretty good histogram. I'm not upset with that. All right, let's handle this. Portrait 400, but very dense. So I'll pull the contrast down. Do a re-inversion. Pull the contrast down again. Subtract density. Natural. Soft. Come down here and then we'll just make some color adjustments. Ones that hopefully will make sense. It's hard to be certain. This is very, like, magenta. I don't know if I like this. The colors are just kind of funny on this. It's both cool and hot. That's, I know, right? That's what's super weird about it. Eyes. Because I think it's like... I think it was like a penguin bar. And so it's just had like this weird warm lighting. Why is that penguin so wavy? Ah, okay. There we go. Starting to make a little more sense. Such an awkward... it really is. I'm trying to figure that out. So, okay, so let me explain this. For some reason... Okay, let me reset this. I'm just going to reset this just to show this, but I'm going to take it back. I feel like there's something really strange going on whenever I'm developing Kodak Portra 400. And this was in 2017. And this seemed to happen every time, where it's like, if you're developing at home and you're following like your kit instructions, for some reason, like developing Kodak Portra 400 like to the T, it's like an auto like push by like 3 stops. So I think like there's at one point where I went and tried to like pull my Portra 400, and then I think I kind of fucked up because I pulled it too much. And still somehow like you could barely see, there was barely any density, but it's still corrected properly. And for some reason it's like only Portra 400 that I have this issue with. So like because of that, like if I throw Portra 400 in the same like, you know, tank as like something else that I'm intending to push by 1 or 2 stops, or even just no stops, just push it at, you know, or just keep it not pushed or pulled, like it always comes out way too dense, and then it causes these like color shifts. Then on top of that, a lot of these pictures that I took while I was like in Japan ended up being inside bars that just had really weird lighting. So it's a big mix of everything, and like this is honestly, this is like one of my best like recollections of what this looked like. Granted, this was from nearly 6, almost 7 years ago. So like this is one of the better color grades that I've seen like among like the pictures on all these rolls. Yeah, but like look at the ridiculousness I had to go through this, right? Like just I don't know. The channels are... Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know. It's like... Whenever I look through, like, a roll of, like, my Portra 400s, and again, like, Portra 800, totally fine. Like, most Fuji, totally fine. Kodak Gold, Kodak, like Ultramax, like GC 400, all totally fine. It's very specifically Portra 400 that has these crazy density issues. And anytime I look at them, I'm just like, I should just shoot black and white, or I should just black and white this whole thing. Is, I don't know. Like, look at this shot. Like, what am I supposed to do with this? I just shoot black and white, I'm dead. You know what's funny is that you got auto-modded. And, guess why? Auto-mod cringe. Well, let's try to... I'm gonna try to sync this real quick. Yeah, it's like, what do you even do with this? Alright. Here's another one. This one... Oh shit. This one has always, like, kind of confused me. Oh shit, no. Like, what to do with this one specifically. Like, I don't know. I just remember the lighting in this particular bar was really weird. Then add to that, like, the fact that I chose to take the picture, and then add to that, like, the crazy density issues during development. And it's just like, what do I do with this photo? Like, there's got to be some way that you could get this photo to look like something. But for all of these years, I've had no solution to this. Like, the color shifting is just bizarre. So bizarre in so many ways. I'm black and whiting that pic so fast it's not even close. No, we're gonna get this. We're gonna get this. Pull that contrast down. Alright, what we do is we get out of Negative Lab Pro, come down and just start fucking with these sliders, the calibration. And then after we do this, we go back to Negative Lab Pro and then adjust, like, all those channels. This is literally just blue and orange, but, like, not even anywhere close to good looking blue and orange. Like there's nothing here for this. You know? There's nothing that saves this. And we're just going to end up with different shades of blue. Exactly. And that's how a lot of these, especially older Portra 400 rolls are. And this is why I don't even, like, want to shoot Portra 400, is because I know just at some point in the process, something's going to get fucked up based off of me developing it and it actually just accidentally becoming too dense. And then on top of that, my choice of what I'm shooting. Like, it's just like, it was a disaster to begin with. Just shoot something that's not Portra 400. Your picture is dope. You do photography as a day job? No. Largely a hobby, but I mean, there's a small level of professionalism for me, which is I do shoot concerts. But right now it's definitely like quiet season. Well, it's gonna pick up pretty soon. John Mon, thanks so much for being here. Overpriced and unreliable. Yuck. It's whatever. Like, what I notice is that a lot of people, like, they overexpose it real hard. And then, but like, for the most part, all these, it's all just like street photographers, right? Like, street photographers, people just doing, like, I don't know, like landscapes, urban landscapes or whatever. And it's just like a totally different use case for which you could probably just have good results. But, like, for me, it's terrible. For me, it's just awful. Yeah, I think there's nothing that saves this picture. And it's always eluded me. This is like every time I look at this picture, I'm just like, this is the one that got away. It's expensive in the sense that you have to continuously buy, like, pretty routinely. Yeah. All right. So I think the solution is what the hell? Not that. Unconvert. Color model, black and white. Oh yeah. Problem solved. It's like that one police detective that couldn't solve the murder that's been playing his life for years. Yeah, the murder of his mother, you know? Wow, it's like some of these don't do anything sometimes. Gamma, soft. Let's go with soft. Yeah, this is definitely a black and white. Look at this. Problem solved. Like, actually solved. Yep, this is I shot this on Tri-X. I shot this on T-Max. It's so nice too. Alright. Let's print this shot of the penguins. Alright. Printer. What are we gonna print with tonight? We did Moab. What is this one right here? Let's go with Pro Silky. Plan on getting a mirrorless camera. You have preferences for a brand? Yeah, what the budget's important. And it also just depends on what you're trying to do, for sure. Savior probably has some better advice for you than for me. All right. I don't know how well you can see it. Just it's got that luster. Probably around 1K for now. Getting set up here off screen. Okay, it's good to go. Alright. Register. It's getting a little chilly outside, especially with this rain. It started raining again. You plan on doing video? If you don't know, it's okay. Not really, but I wouldn't mind having the option. All right. Let's go with standard. I'm going to choose standard. All right. Okay. And okay. Oh, yeah. You got to go used. I would say there's hardly ever any reason to buy anything new. That's what I would say. You may disagree. F18X V2 group buy announcement. Sorry, I'm just checking my phone right now. What is this? I could just pull it up on screen, but I already have my phone out. Group buy will occur as early as the end of February or early March. Unlimited sale. Expect around 800 units, 6 months. If it sells more, then will be announced accordingly. Raw version. Ooh, no surface treatment. Ooh, maybe I'll get a raw F18X V2 and then turn it into an HHKB, yeah? You guys think that's a good idea, yeah? I think so. Alright. Great idea. Frank, you know what I'm about to do, right? Does it make sense? It's like, let's say, like, F18X keyboard. Is there any unbuilt? Ah, fuck. Whatever. TKL unbuilt keyboard. So what I'm planning on doing is, like, I get a Win key, right? Something like this. This is not an F18X. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a plate cut where there's no cutouts on the F row, no cutouts on the nav cluster or the arrow cluster, and no cutouts on these two corners. And then I'm going to get split right shift and split backspace cut into it. That's the plan. Wait? Explain again? Okay. I'm going to HHKBify an F18X. Now, I know this is not an F18X picture, but I just pulled a Win key TKL picture. I'm going to get a plate cut. A new plate for my F18X that I'm going to get in the future, where there's no cutouts, there's no switch cutouts for any of these. It's just going to dip into a flat surface, like from the case down into the plate into nothing. There's no switch cutouts there. No switch cutouts here. No switch cutouts here. No switch cutouts on the corners. And then switch cutouts for split right shift and split backspace. The point of doing it is, I want an F18X, but I want it for HHKB. Will you be able to see the bottom of the case or just plate material? Just plate material. I don't know how you would build it so that you would see the bottom of the case, or how you would... You could prefer that. Like, one of the ideas that I had was, you know, like, just instead of using an H88, just use an H60. I just use an H60 here. And then, you know, most of this is empty. You can see the daughter board. Clear PC plate. Oh, the picture's already done. Well, that was quick. Ugh. Grading still, I would say, still came out a little weird because of the weird, like, yellowish pinkishness right here. But, you know, we're giving it away. Now you get to cut out that lines up with the case, lines up with the case top, but the 1U columns between each key are just gone, so the F row would be like a 4U spot. Have you done this before? Do you think it'll look good? Well, I've done this. Like, this just dips in here, but I've never done it with a TKL. Just get an F260. It's coming out this year. Well, just get both. Wise Donkey. You act like there has to be some sort of, like, reasoning here. I think that's a big problem that people seem to have in this stream chat. Like, the other day, people were getting on my ass about me doing, it was iPol and Avo getting on my ass about doing my plate files in Illustrator. Like, I don't know that Fusion exists. No, I just want to do them in Illustrator. You guys realize that, right? Using F1 PCB. Well, whatever. I got an H88 coming in, which I've never used an H88 before. Just get an F260. TKL is the antithesis of HHKB. Bezier curve is a Bezier curve. Yeah, exactly. Like on stream, I'll be moving probably kind of a lot. Do video for YouTube, streaming to video. Okay. Anyways, get these artisans to fill up the dead space like arrow key blockers. Oh, I see. Well, that's kind of funny. I don't think I've seen this. What the hell? Well, that's weird how it, like, why this one specifically? It's like not centered. Strange. Anyways, I've never seen this before. That's pretty funny. Hold on. Trying to copy this. Oh my god. I'm shilling hard. I'll be at the meetup. Oh, these are funny. Yeah, I was gonna say, I mean, okay, just real quick, going back to the camera discussion. Excuse me. Here's what I would say. Fuji, everyone seems to love Fuji right now. And I think it's because there's a bunch of presets that people call film recipes or whatever, film simulations, which I think is ridiculous. They're just presets. They're just like in-camera, like in-body presets that just look really good. Like they look really, really good. The other option is like, you know, if you go for something like a Sony, I think Sony is just like a really, really good bang for your buck, but I think sometimes people don't really, some people think that the rendering is like a little bit too sterile, I guess. I would say, like, I'm on Nikon, and I would say Nikon definitely has its drawbacks, but I think the problem with Nikon is that you're just going to end up finding a lot of people shitting on it because it's a trendy thing to do, when Nikon is completely fine, especially just picture-wise. There's some aspects of it that are a little bit, like, I think video is, like, video and autofocus lag a little bit behind, but, I mean, like, whatever. Like, every camera right now is, like, literally just really good. Like, I think Canon has some issues. Like, I heard that Canon's like third-party compatibility is like non-existent, at least for Canon mirrorless. That's what I've heard. I'm not sure if that's true. So it's like it's hard for me to say much about Canon in that respect, just because I hear about it kind of, sort of the least. I mean, I know that there's like the big players, like the big body, you know, like the flagship or near flagship models, but all the other three, like, you can't really go, honestly, you can't really go wrong with literally any mirrorless camera today. Just, I would say, like, yeah, every camera, pretty much every camera is good. Alright, anyways. Probably not or minimal. I got recently Mi Photo Road Trip S tripod and I love it, but it's kind of overkill for my Pixel 7, so now I'm like... So you got a tripod and it's making you want to buy a camera. It's like, yeah, I got this camera bag, now I gotta get a camera. I guess I have to now. So much for my glasses Canon, that's kind of stopping. Yeah, so that's the thing too, is that like I've been on the Nikon ecosystem since like 2016, and so like I never really wanted to get out of it. But here's my big thing about Nikon is the compatibility is just so excellent, because I can use the same lens. on, oh shit, you can't see it, on the mirrorless that is being used for my shoulder cam right here, just with an adapter that I could also use for this DSLR. I use just kind of as a stationary scanning, setup for scanning my film. But I could also use the same lens on my film bodies. And so it's just like super excellent. Like, there's just the compatibility is amazing. Yeah, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of it for that reason. But other than that, I mean, what I've been hearing, I don't use them at all. But like I've heard that like the film simulation presets for Nikon are also pretty good. But like truthfully, it's I'm shooting at concerts like with a mirrorless. Like I'm shooting digital, just because they require me to. And then I otherwise like focus all my energy on the film shots, which include the second half of my film cover or my concert coverage. I want to switch to Sony so badly. It's I hear a lot of like it's funny like my perceptions of Sony all come from the internet. So like the funny part about it is that like they're just such a late player to the game, but they just had the history of being Sony that they could fund all this stuff really quickly, all this like really good tech, and it's just like affordable. But I also have heard people say stuff like, oh, it's like kind of a little bit too sterile in comparison to like the sort of rendering you get out of something like Nikon or Canon or Fuji. But I don't know, it's powerful. Like, I think, like, especially, like, getting all those super, super crazy cheap mirrorless cameras for Sony is what people, like, tend to be using for, like, especially for, like, streaming setups. But then, like, it's just, like, it's not all it could do. I mean, obviously, it's a camera. So it's just, like, a really, really easy entryway into it. And Frank would know a lot more about this, too. I don't know if Frank is still here. But, yeah, Frank, a big thing, Frank is just like, just always just buy all this stuff used, especially like entry level stuff. Like if you're just getting into it, there's a lot of people always offloading like really, really, really good entry level gear, like on your Facebook Marketplace or your Craigslist or wherever. And that's where you could get a lot of good Sony stuff for like really cheap. Anyways, let's give away this print. All right, we got this print of these two penguins kissing in a Japanese penguin bar. What else we got? We got your choice of one of these 3 Wadugaki stickers, or sorry, one of these 4 Wadugaki stickers, and then I'll also throw in a stream sticker. So, if you guys are interested, let me finish getting set up here. You gotta choose one of these stickers. Sup, Caitlin, baby! Hey! Alright. The Gundam one, a. Okay. Gundam and the Penguins and Sup, Caitlin. Raid Sup, Caitlin. Channel is follower or subscriber only, chat. I don't even think I follow her. Alright, here's a bunch of commands. Discord. Join my Discord. Wadugaki, my sponsor. All of the stickers here. What else we got? Oh, buy my merch. Alright, I went the whole stream without saying you should buy my merch. Buy my merch. At least check out the store. It's going to make you want to buy it. Alright, here's a raid message if you're subbed and the raid message if you're not. I will probably be back on Friday with, I think what I had listed was a moment build. So I might work on that moment, but definitely got to do these some of these shots here for the plate and the stuff I'm trying to sell. So, alright, I'll see you guys then. Have a good night.